hey, 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 boys in the mist, boys.
Yeah, I didn't notice like your shirt. Your shirt kind of looks like Miami Vice.
It does.
Yeah,
that's what I was going for.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
It's like you're driving
I gotta turn this beat down a little bit.
It's like you're driving a speedboat with like a kilo of cocaine in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm wearing obnoxiously short shorts. I just have a mustache.
Yeah, like one testicle is just peeking out.
Yeah.
Because it's like.
But then I invite you on the boat with like your fiance, and we have some margaritas. We have a good time. But then what are they? Then the Coast Guard pulls out.
True.
Pulled my boat over.
Do you ever notice that the guy that's dealing cocaine always has like that grisly 5 o'clock shadow, really, really glossy blue eyes, and then like a receding hairline, but it's still really long in the back?
Yep.
It's the same guy in every movie.
And a mustache.
Yeah. Like that is prototypical cocaine dealer. And then he just like somehow shoos off the Coast Guard, even though that guy blatantly looks like a coke dealer. He is the carbon cutout.
Oh yeah.
But, what are you going to do? Miami Vice.
Lawyers get bought. Palms get greased. Fuck is you telling me? No felonies? Reduce to simple assault? That's a Pusha T line.
I was going to say, that sounds like King.
Yep.
Boys, welcome in. We're doing a podcast with wine and boys.
Yeah. We're just two boys huddled around a aging Mac. Sitting in a basement with headphones on.
I mean, what else would you be doing in your 30s, right?
Yeah.
Selling insurance. All right.
Okay.
Boys, wineboyspod@gmail.com. Wine suggestions, silly YouTube videos. Appreciate all of the messages we've been getting via Facebook recently, which I wasn't expecting that. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
It actually. So the one thing that I came to realize is that like a lot of people do listen to this show, like a lot, and I was like, oh wow, that's awesome, and. I'm gonna cry. Just so happy. But I say that because we got shirts, motherfucker. We need to buy them because we got kids that need to go to college. I have, based on our listenership, sponsorships on the way. So I have an impending coke problem that's gonna happen. It's just, or some sort of drugs, because that's what happens. First you get the money, then you get the power, then you start doing coke. I mean, that's just always how it is.
Listen, I need you out on the streets doing hard drugs.
Yeah.
Okay?
Illicit drugs.
Illicit drugs.
But before we do those, we're at WineBoysPod on Instagram and Twitter. Yep. You can buy t-shirts, not cocaine, at teespring.com/stores/The Wine Boys. I mean, if hoodies were drugs, you should buy ours.
Yes.
That's it. I'm at the Zach Edward on Instagram and Twitter. Got a comedy show coming up tomorrow night. Albany, where you at? I'll be there.
Look at you, just leaving me to the very end. Beat ran out, but I'm here. This is awkward, but it's not. Boys, you can find me on Instagrams and Twitters at Lord Gerald. You can catch me on the side of the highway again, doing community service. Also sell my sweet, hot man pussy. Hi, I'm Gerald.
And I'm Zach.
And we are the Wine Boys. What's the most painful can of soup to be beaten with?
Probably Campbell's chicken and... No, probably not chicken and rice. Okay. I would say the condensed tomato soup. You had to add the water to it.
Yeah.
It's essentially tomato paste.
I was thinking cream of broccoli. I'm sorry, cream of mushroom.
Cream of mushroom soup, yeah, because it's
thick.
Oh my God. I didn't realize how bad it would hurt.
Yeah, it's pretty painful, right?
God. Compare that to oranges or maybe soap in a tube sock.
Yeah. Definitely comparable. Like, as much razzle and dazzle as chunky soup puts out, it's a thin soup. It's not as thick.
Here's the difference.
Chunky is thick.
It's a thick soup.
But it's not like...
It's a soup that eats like a meal.
Yes. But it's not like Campbell's casserole foundation.
Can you remember when you had to eat Campbell's soup as a kid? And mind you, had to, because there wasn't any other of these like fancy soups in the market yet.
Yeah. There was no Progresso, which, by the way, you might as well be getting beat with like a, I don't know, an empty can. It's nothing. Like, yeah, it'll sting, but you know, it's not that bad.
Just dense soups.
It's like getting hit by a pool noodle. It's like getting hit with a can of Progresso feels like. And don't get me started on the heart healthy cans.
Oh God, jeez.
Jesus.
It's like, why? Okay, first of all, when somebody gives you heart healthy canned soup, they're lying because there's so much salt in there already. And they're just saying, instead of 500 milligrams of sodium, we put 250. It's still a lot.
Half.
It's still too much salt. Like
it's still a lot.
It's
for
still
what
like
you're eating.
40% of your daily recommended salt. Like, it's way too much.
I love when you look at like the what is it? The chunky soup, like the bacon and potato soup.
Oh God, it's like 1,100 milligrams of salt.
You're like, Jesus Christ, this is like
get
more than half of what I'm supposed to have in a day.
You get done eating it, and then you take your socks off, and you have the ring around your ankle. Like, it's just like, what did you eat today? Chunky baked potato soup.
I should probably go to the hospital.
Are you sweating? Fuck, I'm sweating.
If I fall asleep, watch me.
I'm gonna take a shower. If I'm not back in 5 minutes, call the hospital.
Mike died in his sleep last night.
What happened? Well, he ate a can of chunky baked potato soup.
A whole can? God damn it.
Do you know how much sodium that is? Mike's a big guy. I mean, as we're hawking fucking hot browns in this podcast, which is essentially... I believe 2,000 milligrams of salt in one sitting.
Yeah. It's guaranteed to be 4 days worth of sodium in a serving.
Yeah. We make cardiologists blush. Like, you walked into Dr. Thompson's office. Dr. Thompson, how are you? I'm doing well, and I just checked your blood work, and holy shit, what have you been eating? It's just like, I went over to Charlie Mustard's, got a hot brown. How many? 3 times this week. You ate 3 hot browns this week? I said, listen. Jim, I enjoy a good hot brown from time to time, but 3 in a week? I mean, Jesus Christ, I gotta put you on high blood pressure medication now. And I told you, our wives know each other very well. They're gonna talk about it at tennis practice. And listen, I don't want to feel that way. I'm gonna give you a shot today. It'll take your insulin levels down, but you need to lay off you gotta lay off the hot browns.
You got the 1-2 punch of diabetes and hypertension.
You gotta chill it on the hot browns. Hit the sauna. Listen, here's your regimen, all right?
You're gonna have to schwitz.
Vitamin D, zinc, and I need you to hit the sauna for at least an hour. And you gotta just melt. I need you, listen, I don't care.
Sweat.
Yeah, and I want it hot. I mean, I'm talking, like, I want your prunes to have prunes, all right? Just let it sit. I want you to milk.
You have to start measuring your blood pressure and PSI. Just
Jim, you're looking like a pool floaty. You need to relax. If I put you in an ocean, and if I put you in the large side of the ocean right now, you'd float. All right, you need to chill it out. Cut out the salt. All right, no more hot browns. No more hot browns.
I don't know if he's going into cardiac arrest or he's a properly inflated tire. It's just, I don't know.
Your PSI is perfect.
It's 33.
33. Perfect for these rocky, wintry conditions.
You get great fuel economy with this. All right, boys. Tonight,
Jim's the Michelin Man.
Shit, you eat enough hot browns, you'll look like him.
Oh God,
boys.
Just rivets in your arm and your legs. All right, let's drink some.
Holy Ghost's gonna die in my sleep. All right, boys.
It was euphoric.
That's what crack felt like.
Imagine your life, how disappointing your life is. That you're like this down on your luck, middle-aged man. The only thing that makes you happy is eating enough hot browns to almost kill yourself, and that's the euphoria of it.
Like to go on your lunch break, where you know your bitch wife won't judge you, so you order up a hot brown with extra whiz,
and then you eat it in the car like a fucking savage. And you look around so nobody knows. You hope nobody notices you.
Oh my God!
I got to tell you, I truly enjoy eating in my car. Not while driving though. I hate driving while eating. Mm-hmm. But like in a parking spot at like a fast food restaurant, I love sitting in the car.
I find that so depressing.
You pull up
to Like, let's see, like I've actually done this before, like at work, where like on my lunch break, I pulled up to a Taco Bell to get some lunch.
And you feel a little shameful.
But at least I had the dignity to go inside and eat like a person.
Yeah.
Like I just
I'm gonna make this a full dining experience.
I don't want a Taco Bell crumbs in my car.
Taco Bell's the one meal that's tough to eat in the car.
Well, the thing is, we don't even have to name a specific menu item in Taco Bell because it all tastes like Taco Bell.
It all tastes like Taco Bell, and it's difficult to eat in the car.
Yeah.
Unless you have one of the boxes, and then you already have a trash can.
Yeah.
Like sitting on your lap.
You pull up, you see the overweight middle-aged woman sitting in the parking lot of Taco Bell. She looks over from her whatever miscellaneous Taco Bell menu item. Her nachos Bel Grande, whatever the fuck she's eating.
It's usually
and then you like wave at her and she looks up with like a mouthful of food with like
it's like sour cream running down her face.
Yeah. Just like the cheese paste around her lip.
Yeah.
Let me wash this down with a Baja Blast.
Like you just caught a raccoon going through your trash can. You're shocking her eyes.
Just like wave. Hey, Karen.
Just a squirrel with a mouthful of nuts. She's just like
the amount of shame on her face.
It's a deer in the headlights look with cheesy Fiesta potato grease on her face.
How many Weight Watchers points did this take off, Karen? Huh? Like,
it's a 28-point meal.
That's today and then some.
I had an instance the other day. Now, the one fast food meal that I feel a little empowered about eating in the car is Wendy's. I don't know why. It just feels like it's like the better. It's like the best of the fast foods. Like the way it carries itself. It doesn't carry itself like it's $1. It carries itself like, come inside and eat here.
Yeah.
But if you want
fresh, never frozen beef.
Yeah, go ahead and eat in the car if you want to. I know you're a busy businessman doing business stuff. So
business.
Haha, business. Maximum over business. And what happens is you eat in the car. And then you always I'm always looking in my peripherals, just kind of seeing like who's around. And the guy next to me was in a Chevy Geo Prism, like the old ones, probably like a late 90s, early 2000s one. And the back tires are bottoming out.
Ooh.
And he is big. Like he is like we were talking Jim Michelin Man. All right, this guy was like he was State Puff Marshmallow. Like he was big man. And
here's the thing is I'm not a svelte boy myself.
You're not either, but at least you carry yourself like you actually give a fuck about your life. Like
I try to give fucks.
Listen, I understand that like obesity is definitely a problem and it's an addiction, but there are some people that you just know are throwing in the towel in life. Like that guy right there with his fucking Biggie Frosty. I don't even know if they make Biggies anymore. He was just like, go find the biggest cup you got. And he's just dipping his nuggies in
this giant vat.
Yeah, and I'm eating my crispy chicken sandwich, and I'm eating it, and we make a little awkward eye contact, and he's just like just a squirrel that just got caught in the middle of the road, and he's weaving in and out of traffic, and he's just like, you could tell he was sad. He's just like, nobody's supposed to see me. Like this is where I hide.
I'm invisible in my Geo Prism. That doesn't have tinted windows.
It doesn't have tinted windows, and I'm dipping my chicken nuggets in a chocolate frosty. Like, of course, people are gonna see you.
I'm just dipping my nuggies in a frosty.
Yes,
I ordered a frosty and a Diet Coke.
That actually does make me laugh when somebody orders a copious amount of food and then they order a diet drink after, and it's like,
oh, it's hilarious.
I don't think anybody can truly look me in the face and say I enjoy the taste of Diet Coke more than Coca-Cola.
I feel like your palate adapts.
I know, but like I don't really like the taste of diet drinks. Also, diet drinks use fake sugar, and the real drinks use real sugar on top of fake sugar.
Yeah.
So the high fructose corn syrup, real sugar, but also fake. And then they also use pure cane sugar. But diet drinks use like the Splenda and the aspartame and like all the stuff you're not supposed to. All the artificial shit your body's just like, what the fuck is going on in here?
Yeah, well, the way I look at it is you can have the artificial shit that'll give you cancer later, or the real shit that'll give you diabetes now.
So decide. Pick a side now.
Pick a side, America.
Pick a side.
So yeah.
Not this week, all right?
I feel like if you're going to drink soda, it's like, you just gotta make a choice. You want to be fat now, or you want to get cancer later.
I feel like I've done a really good job of trying to cut out soda. Like I've only had it like 2 times in the last month, which is pretty good.
Okay.
I was probably like during the pandemic, we were buying like a case of soda, and I was like, I should not be drinking this.
Okay.
Like I should actually, like after I had surgery, I was like, let me find all the shit that's gonna put me back in the hospital. Like let's get rid of that if we can.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Yes, I get the occasional fast food meal, but I'm not trying to eat a cheeseburger. It's like I will eat a chicken sandwich with like no mayo.
Okay.
Like I am a disgusting person.
Yeah.
But
it's just dry.
It's just so dry.
And here's the thing: as a former fast food employee, I can tell you that nobody ever orders the grilled chicken.
Yeah.
So because of that,
the grilled
do.
The grilled chicken at a fast food place is pretty good, actually.
Well, you're kind of hit or miss though, because nobody orders it. It's either they make like 2 of those little grilled chicken fillets at the beginning of the shift, and they've just been sitting for hours, or they make it fresh when you order it.
Yeah.
Because nobody orders it.
Chick-fil-A makes a good grilled chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
If we're doing fast food establishments, like,
yeah, but Chick-fil-A actually sells more of those than like.
well, yeah, because
McDonald's
they
does.
are grilled chicken.
Yeah.
I mean, there are chicken sandwiches. That's all they do.
Yeah. So like, you're better luck. But I would say like, if you're gonna go to fast food, like don't order grilled chicken because nobody orders that shit. So you're literally flipping a coin. Either it's been sitting for hours,
Or they just made
it's
it.
dry as fuck, or they like just made it as soon as you ordered. If you order it and they tell you to pull around, you're in luck. Well, they tell you, all right, you're gonna have to wait a few minutes. You're in luck. It's gonna be fresh.
Yeah, that's. I always find that I have to wait for chicken nuggets. I don't know why. Is that like it must be like the most popular food item at fast food restaurants, because every time if I go to a fast food place after 8 p.m., I always wait for chicken nuggets.
Yeah,
Always.
They never know how many they're gonna sell.
Well, obviously too many because I have to wait.
And they practically give those fucking things away.
I know.
I mean,
It's like, do you want 10 of these for $1? It's like, yes.
we'll give you 50 nuggets for $4.
Do you remember when McDonald's was giving, what was it, 20 nuggets for like $4?
Yes.
Oh my fuck. I mean, that's
You know
so
how many
many.
years I took off of my life?
I used to eat those okay, so I had like the phase where I was like really beefy and I was eating a lot of McDonald's. And it was 20-piece McNugget, large fry, large drink. And I still was hungry. That was the problem. And I knew I had a problem when I was still hungry after that. You know, like I'm breathing and I'm just like,
These nuggets.
when you're breathing and you have to do like the second breath and you're just like, oh yeah, good. Breathing in between bites.
You get so fat, you start putting an M in chicken.
Chicken.
Chicken. They're more chicken nuggets.
Chicken.
Chicken nuggets.
All right, let's drink one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You talked about chicken and all.
Oh my god, chicken.
Chicken.
What was that thing we said a few episodes back? What was it? It had something to do with grilling. Was it like I can't fucking think of it. It was so stupid. Of course it was stupid. But it was like, oh god, I can't forget about it.
You're blowing it, Charles.
I had something to do. You're blowing it.
You're blowing it, Charles.
I can't fucking think of it. It had something to do with like beer in the fridge or something like that.
What, it's not, I don't know. It's
I
not
don't remember.
Alcoholism if you're grilling? Like, I don't know.
Let's go with that. I don't remember. Because you were beer braising the chicken.
Oh, yeah. Burger chicken. Yeah.
You guys want some beer bar chicken?
There's some burger chicken.
Chicken's getting drunk.
Chicken. Chicken had drink a problem. Yeah. You want beer by chicken?
That's how when you said chicken. That's how
Chicken.
you guys want some chicken? You guys want some chicken?
You like beer by chicken?
And then you place me in the back of your flatbed after cleaning me out.
Yeah. Clean out the innards. I'm gonna save the gizzards for later. Not so beer by chicken. Tonight we have a Chardonnay.
You're looking like an extra from Miami Vice.
Oh man, yeah, man. Highway to the danger zone. So anyway, tonight we have a 2018 Chardonnay called Backstory. As I slam into my
Just smash it on the microphone. Hey, how's that
my
taste?
mic arm. Okay, this is called Backstory, and the back of the bottle reads.
What's the backstory on this?
let's see, it says, each year a new chapter unfolds in our vineyards. Long warm days and constant nurturing give way to frenzied excitement of harvest. Early dawn brings rushing feet, busy clippers, and bins swelled with ripe fruit hurried to the waiting cellar. There, our winemaker's patient hand in the embrace of gentle oak coax vineyard bounty into finished wine. Every wine has a backstory. This one was 18 years old when it got off the bus in the big city. No, every wine has a backstory. A place where
This one got on a train going anywhere.
where bold characters are born. A rich storyline set against a lush backdrop that unfolds with layer upon layer of intrigue. And in case of a true classic, a finish that leaves you wanting more and more and more. The same way Mrs. Anderson wanted more of young Christopher as he cleaned her pool while Mr. Anderson was away on his business trip in the Swiss Alps with his good friend Chuck.
It's always Chuck or like Charlie.
She was sure Chuck was deep in the closet. So deep, in fact, that if he coughed, mothballs would fall out. Hence the reason why he never gave her any children.
Now that is a backstory.
Backstory.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
Mrs. Anderson was tired of Mr. Anderson giving her the same excuse night after night.
When you say
as to
Mr.
why-
Anderson, all I can think of is the
the
Matrix.
Matrix, yeah, as to why he couldn't pleasure her.
Well, that's backstory.
So young Christopher was invited inside for some ginger ale.
Libations.
Libations. Would you like a lemonade, Christopher?
I sometimes put a splash of ginger ale in it to make it fizzy.
Backstory.
I knew this wine was going to be fun as soon as I bought it.
Yeah, just the name.
It's
Backstory.
It's playful.
Plays
Why
at the
hasn't there
tongue.
been a movie called Backstory where it's just a backstory for like an hour and a half?
It's just a backstory?
Yeah.
What would it be? Like, whose backstory would it be?
Liam
Just like-
Neeson.
Okay.
I have the cast. Liam Neeson, James Franco. Will always,
Okay.
He's going to play the confused cousin. He's got confused cousin face.
Oh, my God.
He's just kind of like, what?
Oh, you want to read about this wine? Then we'll pour it. I already opened it.
Yeah. Because you're
responsible.
thirsty. Yes.
Yeah.
This is Backstory Chardonnay from California. It's a California Chardonnay. It's 12.5% ABV.
Okay.
Your taste character. I'm sorry. Let me get the price of this. Average price of this wine is between $11.99 and $14.99. I paid $10.99.
Ooh, on sale?
Sales alert! Sale! Everything must go! 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 Go!
Go.
Usually, when a wine is on sale and there's a lot of it, it's not very good usually. And there's only a few bottles of this left, so I'm mildly optimistic.
Mildly.
Mildly optimistic. It did have a long backstory though, so I'm a little worried about that.
Well, hopefully it doesn't taste like cough syrup.
No. But if it does, and I start getting really high, I'm not going to be upset.
No.
It's like, dude, I'm on the third plateau. I can see the top of the mountains, and they are good. Taste characteristics. You're going to get bold, dry, and acidic notes.
Okay.
Oak forward with vanilla and butter.
Okay, so your typical shardy.
Yep. Pear and green apple. And then you're going to get tangerine and citrus notes.
Okay. Bit on the sweeter side.
Yes. And this is 100% Chardonnay.
Har. Okay. Let's get in it.
Oh, sorry. I forgot about this one part. Pairs well with Vicodin.
Nice.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's vegetarian. I read that wrong.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I've been...
Vicodin, vegetarian. What's the difference?
It pairs well with vegetarian and rich fishes that are
Yeah.
fat, like salmon and tuna.
Mrs. Anderson doesn't mind.
No.
Oh, please, Christopher. Call me Judy.
Judy Anderson. God. That
Can I
sounds...
take pictures of this?
Yeah, I probably should.
For the internet. God damn it. Working with real professionals here, Just, okay. There we go. Yeah, more. All right, you get in there. Backstory.
Yes. Sounds quite lovely.
Yeah. Backstory by Miranda Cosgrove. No, it's not. So,
Miranda.
cheers.
Backstory by J.K. Rowling. Ooh, awkward.
Ooh.
Awkward. Oh, words.
Okay. It's okay.
Tastes like a Chardonnay.
Yeah.
It's balanced. It's fruit forward. It's.
Yep.
I do get the tangerine note, which is interesting because I never really have heard tangerine described in a wine before.
No, me either.
Definitely get like kind of get like that like Granny Smith apple vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. Wait, I gotta do that.
You gotta do that thing. Obnoxious thing in everybody's like ears.
Yeah. Like I'm an extra in, yeah. Where's my spit cup? Like I'm an extra in Sideways and Paul Giamatti's yelling at me because his wardrobe is out of style.
At least it's not a Merlot.
I'm fucking drinking Merlot again. That's my favorite midlife crisis movie, I think. Sideways? Yeah. It is really good. I shit on Paul Giamatti because he always just plays like surprised old man in every movie.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh, really? Really? Yeah, really, Paul.
Gravelly voiced old man.
Yeah, gravelly voiced old man.
Angry old man.
Yep. He's a heavy breather, too.
He is.
Yep. Nods his head in anger. Yeah.
And I told Judith that I wasn't in the mood that night. So she betrayed my trust while I was in the Alps with Chuck.
With Chuck.
With Chuck.
God. All right. Well, speaking of in the Alps with Chuck, let's talk about Trump. And
oh, we knew it was coming.
Well, listen. If we don't talk about it, everybody else is going to.
Well, at this point, we paused the podcast last week to watch the debate and then came back, which, by the way, we were so overwhelmed last week after watching that debate.
I was like, upset.
We failed to mention the part where Trump royally fumbled the white supremacy question.
Yeah, and the thing is, because he now I have so many different. Now, I've literally spoken to every type of person, and I've gotten like their reasoning behind who they're voting for. So like I've talked to like business owners who are like, I'm voting for Trump because he's going to make me more money. And here's the reasons why. And they have legitimate points.
Not really.
Anyway. They do, though. They do because of the way it's structured. Because the way that, unfortunately, the way the Democrats have made business for the 1% people and for the business owner, they gave them so many breaks in most things that now the business owner of today thinks that this Trump guy is going to just kind of is going to keep me on the straight and narrow. But then you raise the points of what about global pandemic and what about his feelings towards other races? What about what
about the fact that the economy really wasn't that good prior to the pandemic?
Correct, it wasn't that good, but he drums it up to the point where people were just like not fantasizes. What's the word I'm trying to think of? He
strokes.
Overemphasizes, but I'm thinking of another word. I can't think of it. Poop. It's poop. No. Okay. Well, regardless, he's Jesus. He's dramatic, and and he tells everybody exactly what's going on. But what happened is Donald Trump got COVID-19.
Yes,
and so did his wife. Was it one of his press people got it, and then
a bunch of people? Well, they had when they basically introduced his nominee for the Supreme Court after Ruth Bader Ginsburg died. In the days since then, several people in Trump's inner circle have tested positive for COVID. How many people is it now? About 9?
9, I think it
12
is.
it might be.
I thought it was 9 at the end of the day yesterday. I thought.
Okay, so 9 people total from that event have tested positive for COVID.
But not Jared Kushner?
No.
Shit.
He's young and he's strong.
He is. And Ivanka's got him on a tight leash.
Big manly man.
She's got him on a leash.
Oh yeah.
like literally.
Yeah.
They do pup play. He's got to be the pup.
I don't know. I feel like he has there's some stuff about Jared Kushner that's going to come out.
Like Christian Grey type stuff, or like
little more insidious.
Like Patrick Bateman? Close?
I don't know if it's quite that bad.
Like he's not murdering hookers?
Well, maybe. He might.
I know what I'm saying.
Who knows?
Like he's not, like he's dropping a chainsaw down from his 30th story apartment?
Yeah.
In New York City?
Got a reservation at Dorsia, though.
You like Huey Lewis in the News?
How many references to that movie have we made on this podcast?
That's I think it's one of my favorite, because it's the way it's happening in that movie is he is prepping to murder this guy.
Yeah.
And he is still keeping that like lively Wall Street business white guy thing.
Yeah.
And he's just like
peppy white guy thing.
It's just like,
after I was really letting his hair down.
Yeah. You like Huey Lewis in the News? And he's just
fucking A.
Yeah. Fucking A. And he's just like about to hatchet this guy's head off.
Yeah.
Like it's just
putting on like the raincoat and all that.
And he's like tarping. Just
but this album was really their return to form.
Yeah.
So,
God, I can understand that movie really, like, although it does have its flaws, like that movie it's the perfect look at a sociopath.
Yeah.
And which obviously then turns into a psycho, but like it's a sociopathic look at somebody who's just like, I am wealthy and successful, and I'm still not happy, and the only thing that'll make me happy is murdering people.
Yes, because my life is so my life is so hollow and meaningless.
Yeah.
But back to our president, who has
Speaking of
COVID.
Who's
so
COVID-19.
What I found interesting though was some of the conspiracy theories I heard coming out after. Many. And one of my favorite ones is that he never actually had COVID.
I just think it's a horrible balanced diet of Big Macs and Diet Coke.
That is most of his diet.
That's what's causing I think he's always had respiratory issues. And now, in one night they caught him at a bad angle, him heavy breathing, and I'm just like, he just walked up a flight of stairs.
Well, I think
you know how many stairs are in the White House? Whew. Like, that is a calisthenic workout.
So I definitely think he has it.
I think so too.
I think he has a team of like the world's best doctors working on him. And let's be honest, if he was an average dude, things wouldn't be looking so hot right now.
Well, no, given the fact that he is over 70, overweight, horrible diet, like he basically has everything that COVID-19 feasts on.
Like the man's diet is mostly fast food and Diet Coke.
Yeah. I mean, he's openly admitted to drinking 12 in a day. That's a dozen. Like, took down a 12-pack.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus, Donald. Like, even if you're getting homemade Big Macs, it's still not good for you.
No. So it's definitely, but because he's the president of the United States, they're going to do everything they can do to save his life. And he's going to get much better care than anybody else.
Here's my thought process. Now, because I'm thinking about it from the perspective of, I believe both presidential candidates are going to die this year.
Okay.
Or in 2021.
Okay.
So that's my thought process. So now, who do we look at here? Mike Pence versus Kamala Harris. And Kamala Harris she has a checkered past. I mean, and Mike Pence, he also has, his past is just, he's just very white. Just so
super religious. But fundamentalist.
But the thing is, he's a fundamental, but like he doesn't really say a lot. And it's as if Donald Trump gets elected, which is very possible, and he dies, and then Mike Pence takes over. Like, do you feel like oddly okay with that?
No, because all I've seen is like Midwestern contempt on his face. That's the only facial expression he has.
That's the thing, but like based on who else I see around everyone else, I'm kind of okay with that. Well, because he doesn't say anything.
Yeah, but he actually knows how to govern. He's held public office before.
Hence, like
he's super like right-wing
He is.
religious.
Oh, I agree with that, but like
Like the guy probably flogs himself after sex.
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
You know, or he reads Bible verses before he gets flogged. Could you imagine
See
that?
him, like quoting scripture.
Yeah. Yes, and the Book of David states that ow, just getting whipped in the back.
He's one of those guys. He like imagine like after his first wet dream.
He's reading
Like-
He's reading Old Testament with a ball gag in his mouth.
What happened in Mike Pence's brain after he had his first wet dream when he was like 13?
He confessed his sin at his local church and
Prayed.
he prayed and
Hard.
then I prayed hard and then I think he was probably willfully molested. I would say, right? I mean,
But I don't think he's Catholic, so he wasn't molested.
Oh, I thought
Wrong.
he was. Sorry.
No. Those are the Catholics. He's
They are.
evangelical.
I unfortunately know that very well because I am Irish Catholic, and I know that I've gotten some weird looks. Such a supple young boy.
Yeah. That's the thing. The evangelicals are
Father
a lot of
Onassis,
things.
you calm your loins.
Ooh, good lord. So yeah, the evangelicals are a lot of things. Boy touchers, they are not.
They are not. That is one thing.
They're not.
Now I got to tell you, they do a lot of other stuff that's a little weird, but the boy touching is something they just stay away from. They're just like, oh, that is blasphemy, and it's just like, oh, thank God.
They're the pray the gay away camps.
Yep.
They're the we're gonna hire this Latin pool boy who's over 18 to
over
have
18?
sex with your wife.
Yep, and then my evangelical university, which is known as probably the most religious of religious universities, that's based on liberties and justices. That
While infringing on people's rights.
infringing on people's rights, while also having sex with a pool boy for my amusement and sexual pleasure. Let's just be honest.
I just like watching my hot middle-aged wife.
I just-
get
Lord. Yes, Raul, do her.
fuck her, Rodrigo.
Oh God, I'm just having like flashbacks to Narcos.
Yes, Rodrigo, you Aztec warrior, you slay that white woman. Do you love her white flesh?
Let's take her down the back roads of Machu Picchu.
Yes. Call her your alabaster queen.
That one's good. I think that there's a distinct possibility that there is that in Mike Pence, but he's just quiet about it.
Okay.
Like he's a good religious boy. Like
Okay.
he doesn't talk about it, but there are some skeletons in those closets. And I mean there's a few closets, but
I feel like Mike Pence is the walking embodiment of missionary with the lights off.
oh yeah, oh God, he doesn't even take
is.
he doesn't even take his pajama bottoms off. Puts his penis right through the hole.
Yeah. Never showered without flip-flops, even in his own home.
Does he wear the mandals
Of course.
Okay.
And swim trunks.
and some?
He's a never nude.
Oh God, that's funny.
Like, when he was teaching his son to use the bathroom, he just said, remember, if you shake it more than twice, you're playing with it. God doesn't like that.
God doesn't like that. Tisk tisk, Billy. Tisk tisk.
Tisk, tisk. You're not a masturbator, are you, boy? We
No.
don't do that here.
We don't do that here. Wait till you leave my God-willed home.
Yeah, today you're masturbating, tomorrow you're living in San Francisco.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is that there's a lot of misconstrued. There's a lot of misconstrued thought processes. So, like,
Okay.
now we're looking at it. So now we have these two gentlemen. One now has COVID and one doesn't. So automatically, Biden's winning. No,
Yeah, yeah.
But I think he has COVID of the brain, syphilis, and he just
I
doesn't.
think he just has old age.
I just think the man has dementia and he needs to admit it when he takes the oath of office. Now, if he does, and Kamala Harris inevitably becomes the president of the United States of America, a black woman, which is different, it's going to be a little different. She has a very checkered past, though. We know that as well. There's a lot of people that have dug up the stuff about her just like sleeping her way to the top. And
Who'd she
there's-
fuck? I didn't hear about this.
Apparently a few hundred people. But then also, her being a cop and just, everyone's going to jail.
Not gonna lie, makes me like her more.
I know,
Give me, like
kinda-
this hot
Yep.
cop fantasy.
I mean, if we're
Yeah.
being honest, we're just basing it off of attractiveness. I mean, Kamala's, she's
smoke show compared to those other dogs.
think about it. You got Joe Biden.
hounds.
Joe Biden has like this tooth overbite. He kind of looks.
Mm-hmm.
He's got this like breathy old man quality.
Yeah, I mean, he was
back
a
in the
sex
day,
symbol
he
in
was
his day.
he was a Sterling Fox back in the day.
Oh yeah, Young Joe. Absolutely.
Even Young Trump was kind of a hot piece. Like before the
He
hair,
had that
before the hair
80s hair thing going.
Yeah, before the hair turned into like a
I gotta
stack of
find,
hay.
like young pictures of Donald Trump. Like Donald.
Look at like
his
late '80s
20s.
Trump. Yeah,
Okay.
even late '80s Trump.
Even then, wasn't he in like his 40s at the time?
Yeah, but he was mildly attractive. Really,
Let's see.
very
young
fuckable.
Donald Trump.
Doesn't look anything like his son. I mean, it's just
Those are some funny looking boys.
yeah. Those are some silly looking childrens. But yeah, young Donald could
Yeah,
absolutely fuckable. Yeah,
I
for sure.
guess.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Stonewall
I guess.
Jackson looks like Patrick Bateman.
Yeah.
It's the comb over thing. Gives you kind of a Gordon Gekko vibe,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
For young.
But like
Donald Trump.
young
Let's
Biden is, yeah, that man fucked.
Oh yeah.
That's why he can't think anymore because he can't. He just his lucidness came off of the fact that he was just coming so much,
Oh yeah.
and he's just like, oh, now I can think.
There's a young Trump. Okay.
Yeah,
He had a punchable face.
I
I'm
was
not
gonna say
lie.
young Trump kind of looks like a Nazi, like, a little bit
punchable.
punchable Nazi face.
A little older, still kind of douchey, but
Yeah.
he's a guy you'd get skied up with.
I'm curious what like old Pence photos look like because Pence just looks like a Q-tip right now.
Oh my
like,
god!
he, just,
he does. His hair is so white, but
It's
he's still
so
kind of tan.
white, but
it's a
he's-
natural tan. Like he works on the farm.
yeah, a farmer's tan.
Let's see. Young.
Plays a lot of golf without a hat. Like
Yes.
I don't know. Can we pause though? I gotta pee.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And then she came. Oh, hey.
Shit.
Sorry.
All right.
Yeah. I was talking about the dog.
Yeah. Well, we're back now.
Yeah. Yeah, we
I
are.
guess we're not talking about hot presidents and
Yeah, we can't anymore because the way that I thought about it is it's pretty obvious that the woman is going to win that argument between two men. Mm-hmm. It's just, I don't find Mike Pence that hot.
me either.
I think some women definitely find him attractive. I don't
In a Midwestern
like
housewife sort of way.
Yeah, like in he mows his lawn in his like tidy whities kind of way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like, yes, dear, I'll do the dishes. Like that sort of way.
Like a missionary with the lights off.
Yeah, and
he's,
then
the, he's the kind of guy that talks dirty and they have to have a conversation about who's taking out the garbage that night.
Yeah.
Like that's awkward. And he doesn't want to have those awkward conversations because he's a stern middle American.
Yeah.
He needs to be more of like a regular household. Like
What is his dirty talk?
He's probably talking about like bills that are going to pass the House.
Okay.
And he's like,
Real stern romance type stuff.
yeah. And his wife she's actually, well, what's happening is he turns his wife around for doggy style, but he's only doing it because he's actually trying to pass legislation on her back.
Okay.
And she's reading probably Reader's Digest, which is like
Yeah.
the Midwestern wife,
He's like,
magazine of choice.
Yes,
and he's
I've-
just like licking the pen and just being, jotting down things. And
he definitely licks his finger before he turns the page.
yeah, and he's balancing on his wife's back, and he's having sex with her, and she's not really feeding back to it because she's a finger licker. She turns the page,
Yeah.
and then like one good spot, and she'll go ooh, and like that's it.
Yeah, I love it when you cup your breast.
Yeah.
Like that guy.
And then she like finds an article about pot roast, and he goes, "Oh, go back to that. that looks divine."
So, but I feel like at this point though, we're kind of coming full circle. So early episode we talked about incels, right?
Yeah,
and we shared the philosophy of
We had a deep state conversation about
dive.
incels. We almost got an incel to do an interview, but then he got nervous.
yeah.
He's
But
just
anyway,
like, "You're gonna ruin us," and I'm like, "No, dude. Like,
Yeah.
you can stay
I
anonymous."
wonder if he's still alive. Anyway,
I don't know.
he might have
They have a bout of depression.
faced the rope. Anyway,
Do you mean jump off the top rope?
no, different rope. More vertical,
More
rope
vertical.
than a horizontal.
Like off of a chair? I got you.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Anyway, so I feel like we're coming full circle. So a couple years ago, I was really like deep diving hard into incels, like the incel corner of the internet.
On 4chan or like deeper?
Incels. I don't even know what their website
I
is
thought
called
it
now.
was incels.me, wasn't it, or something like that?
It was incels.co.me, then just
.co.me.
.me. Then they've had a lot of, because they keep getting banned. Those URLs keep getting banned, so they come up with different ones.
Yeah.
And I still follow their Twitter account, by the way.
I think I still follow it too. I don't get. I'm not in that algorithm anymore. I don't see the tweets.
Me either. And what's happened though is somehow the YouTube algorithm is shifted, and it started pushing like hard red pill content at me.
Yes.
Now, for those of you boys that don't know, and I did explain red pill versus blue pill versus black pill, which for those of you boys that don't know, the black pill is so it's a reference to the Matrix, really. You've got Neo had a choice to either take the blue pill, where he continued coasting through life, remaining blissfully unaware, or the red pill, where you accept the inconvenient truth and then you decide that you're going to take your life into your own hands and live it on your terms, versus the incel pill, which is the black pill, which is essentially you accept the hard truth, but there's nothing you can do to actually change it. Mm-hmm. And personally, I actually like this red pill philosophy a lot better.
I do too.
So it is douchey. Like a lot of those red pill guys are very, very douchey, but it's interesting. And they fall into some really weird, like bro-y, sometimes misogynist viewpoints.
Like?
Well,
example?
They'll subscribe into some things that many women our age don't exactly, like traditional gender roles.
Okay.
And
so like
certain masculine things they speak of may be a little toxic.
Like
things are hinted at.
Okay, but not said.
But not said 100%. But you got some people that might jump into stuff about women trying to take masculinity away from men. Yeah. And that's the reason why you see so many more gay people nowadays. Mm-hmm. You'll see people saying those sort of
those
things.
Very kind of broad brush thought processes. Just like
I don't think it works.
I just think
like
maybe
that.
you just have a conversation with your your wife, like a person.
I don't think anybody's trying to make anybody gay through anything. I think just being gay is more accepted in society now, so that's why it just seems like there's more gay people, because more people are just openly gay. Maybe that's what it is.
It's the way the society has created this openness where you can literally be whoever you want to be, and of course, there's going to be people who do not like that.
Yeah.
So those that are blissfully unaware, or basically blissfully going against whatever those other people's thought processes are usually very happy people.
Yeah.
They're just people that are just like, yeah, fuck those guys, whatever. I'm gay and I'm proud. Yeah. Great. You do you, queen, all right?
But just in the manosphere in general, there's a big overlap.
Manosphere.
With like there's this big overlap between like the incels and the red pillars, where it's like, in a weird way, like they hate women, but in different ways. It's weird, but in the same way.
Where do the Chads come in?
The Chads are red pillars.
Those are red. Okay, so those are red pillars. Those are the hard red pill guys.
Yeah.
Okay,
so your Chads are your guys that are, and to an extent, but your Chads are your guys that basically decide, I'm gonna live my life on my terms. So those are the guys that are I'm the 23-year-old CEO. I wake up every morning at 5:30. I exercise. And I
have this apricot spreader. This apricot scrub I rub in my face.
Yeah. That's how they live their life.
I put on my cheeks if I'm feeling a little bloated.
I date an Instagram model. Mm-hmm. I make $1 million a year. Okay. I drive a GTR.
Okay.
And a massive house. Like
there's so few of those guys though. It's just like
I wear a $50,000 watch. Those guys.
Okay,
like
that's cool.
Yeah. So you see that in the red pillars, and they're like, if you work hard, you can do it too. And
yeah, I get that, but also, like, where's the fun? I mean, there's fun in that, but like, there's so much depression on the backside of that. Like, there is. Like, imagine being that person at 23, being that ambitious to the point where you're just like, I'm gonna do this and that and that. Then what about the back half of life? How fucking boring! Like, Oh my God.
Well, you spend all your time working.
I know, but like at 23, like save that shit for your 30s, man. Like,
Yeah.
like learn some stuff about life. Get drunk with your friends. Do some mushrooms. Figure it out. Like, I'm all for, like, that's how I feel. And that I told you about my blue pill take, because we were joking around, and I was just saying, listen, the red pill is just Dayquil, and or what I was saying was the blue pill is NyQuil. It's NyQuil that's microdosed with ketamine. And it's ketamine that makes you open up that third eye and really figure out what the fuck is going on. When we are a legitimate blip on this gigantic radar, and this radar stretches across millennia, and we're just fucking floating. We're floating in the middle of what can only be described as a period at the end of the sentence that is the galaxy.
Okay.
We're just there. Just chilling.
Yeah.
And we have, like, there's definitely other life forms that look at us and they go, well, I mean, they seem cool, but they also seem a little fucking crazy also. Like,
yeah.
Like, at any moment, they could just be like, let's blow up that country. And we're just like, I don't know if we want any part of that.
Yeah.
Because we're so intelligent and we think so highly of this species that if we come there and start showing them all of our cool shit, they're going to try to murder us. And we don't want that.
Yeah.
So we just watch them from afar, like a TV show.
No, but one thing I've also noticed, though, with a lot of these red pillars is everything with a lot of them, everything with them is about money. And let's be honest here.
Money's fun.
Money's great, and money is very, very important. But they always approach everything from the perspective of, does this add value? Is this enriching me in any sort of way? But, which has its pluses, has its minuses. But at the same time, I feel like everything for them is a strategic move. You know, the woman I date, the clothes I wear, the car I drive, where I live. So, to an extent, it is. But I don't know. I'm trying to figure out, like, am I okay with these guys? Because some of their content is pretty useful. And some of the message that they preach, like, even then, a lot of these guys have, which I do not know why, a lot of their shit is centered around dating advice.
Which is weird, right?
To younger guys, yeah. So they'll say, like, you know.
As they are 23. And they seem and they know stuff, right?
Most of these dudes are like in their mid to late 20s,
and
early 30s.
Yeah, and they get
they're talking
right?
about, they really get it. But they're talking about dating, but some of it's good. Like some things they say to younger guys, like if you get nervous, like approaching girls or talking to girls, just remember you're going to get a lot of no's before you get that yes. Just true.
That's just sales, though.
Yeah,
I mean
that's how they position it. Is like, so they're sales.
Yeah. Not everything's fucking sales, man. Like
everything is sales to these guys.
I've pretty much lived my entire adult life selling shit. And I know that if I approach every part of my life just like selling something, and mind you, there's a lot of productivity exercises and things like that can be very salesy. And I think some of them do work. But I don't go to the grocery store and start haggling with the cashier why chicken is $1.99 a pound and not 99 cents a pound. Like, that's not how it works.
Yeah. But yeah, it's everything is positioned through the lens of value.
Yeah.
Does this add value to my life?
So and I get that. And if that person wants to live the way they are, I just know that in the back of their mind, they're they're pretty much an axe murderer.
Yeah.
Like their thought process is just like, I need to find wealth and murder and kill, and I'm not going to kill anybody, but I'm thinking about it. Like, it's just so weird. It's so weird. And in today's world, if those people and those people still exist, on top of all this other shit going on, like they lack empathy, I think.
Okay.
And I think that's a huge part as like a sales point of view. Like empathy's a huge thing.
Empathy's massive.
Yeah, just like you don't even just pretend to care.
Yeah, but
and you get so far in life.
But some of these guys, I just wish, stop and smell the roses. Enjoy life for a minute.
For 5 seconds, man.
It doesn't have to be hustle, grind every fucking moment of every day.
But it's their brand. I'm a brand.
Oh yeah, a lot of these guys are # brands.
Yeah.
Influencers. This is what I do.
the phrase influencer nowadays is basically just a way for you to sell me something. And that's why it's always gets down to sales. And it's just like, I've got this huge Instagram following, so you should probably buy my shit. Like, it's like, all right, bro. Like, if you hard sell me, don't hard sell me on like your brand.
Yeah.
Because that's all I hear about all day, every day. What makes you you?
What makes you a high value man?
What makes you? Are you a classic man?
So I don't know. I don't. But at the same time, I like some of these guys and their message. Like
I do too.
I do, but it's a little much.
Have we talked about Darman on this podcast?
I don't think we have.
Okay, now is he a red pill guy?
I imagine the way he lives his life
Is very red pilly, but
because he's putting out. I mean, how many videos is he putting out a week?
I think one a day. Is it every single day?
Yeah, so he's putting out a smooth 5 to 7 videos.
5 to 7 videos a week with the most generic bullshit content that people.
But all he's doing is he's spamming the algorithm.
That's what I'm saying. That's what it is. Is that he's fucking with YouTube's algorithm because he knows it.
Yep.
And he's just like, I got 1.5 million viewers that are mostly just
No, he's figured out
incels.
His lane. Yeah, he's figured out his lane, and he's figured out what keywords he needs to use, what tags he needs to use on YouTube.
Yeah.
And he just fucks the shit out of that algorithm.
Yeah.
And that's all the things, all you need to do.
Yeah. We're fluid bonding with this algorithm.
Because even then, with YouTube now, like, I watch a lot of YouTube videos. Okay? In fact, I don't even watch cable. I watch mostly YouTube videos.
Yeah.
And I will tell you this. I don't even check the subscription page anymore.
No, not.
It is literally like front page. What are you telling me to watch right now? And the fucking algorithm changes.
Tell me what I need.
Okay. The algorithm changes all the time. Like what videos are interesting to me right now. And
have you watched The Social Dilemma yet?
I've not.
I haven't either. And I feel like we need to circle back after we watch it.
Okay, we will circle back after we've watched The Social Dilemma.
Because everybody talks to me about it, how like essentially what the doc is telling us is that we're the product. Like and they use the phrase that they use is that the only time you are considered a user is on social media or you're using drugs. That's the only time you're considered a user.
Wow.
Yeah, you fucked in the head, right?
Wow.
Yay. How's your life? Ruined? Mine too.
Except for when you're using a computer. Not necessarily connected. It does say user, but,
But
user error,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I'm tying the tourniquet right now.
I feel like that's like, that I'm sorry, that falls into that whole realize, real eyes, real lies thing.
It sounds like a Nas lyric.
Yeah, like come on, dude. Like you're the user.
Yeah. Abuser, newser, reducer, snoozer.
User, abuser, drug abuser,
Snoozer,
social
loser.
media abuser, user,
Loser, broser, snoozer, doozer.
Real losers spend most of their lives as users and abusers. Come on. What is this?
That sounds like the guy that comes into your high school and talks about how bad his life was and just like, yeah, I did drugs.
Yeah, I lived in the city.
Yeah, I lived in the
Gritty.
city. It's gritty. I used to be
Rough.
Yeah, I was a 4-star football recruit. I was going to go to UConn on a full scully, son. And guess what? I found heroin. I started doing heroin, and then I punched my mom in the face, and I stole her money.
Fuck you,
And
Carol.
I did more. Yeah, fuck you, Carol. I did more heroin. And then at 28, I got put in jail. And now I'm 30, and I'm going to high schools talking about it.
It's fucking. Oh my god, how much money? And those guys make so much money.
I remember when I was like 17 listening to that guy, and I was just like, yeah, man, stay off drugs. And now
He's got a story.
He's got a story. And now I'm 30, and I'm like, fuck that guy.
Dude, I could do that job.
Dude,
But you know
I
what?
could do that job. Listen, you want me to fake a heroin story? Fucking simple. Listen, you need to do 2 things. You need to do it, you need to steal it, you need to go to jail for it, and then you need to recover from it. Done. I'm recovering heroin
Why
addict.
don't we become inspirational speakers?
Like Darman.
Well, he's not an inspirational speaker, though.
No, but he makes inspirational videos that fuck
Yeah.
with algorithms. We could do that.
Yeah, yeah. And they're so badly produced. And,
Hey, Darman fam.
no, but we need to hit the circuit of like
guys gotta-
inspirational.
Before we keep going, boys, if you want to know what we're talking about, all you got to do is search Darman and then get a sharp knife and cut yourself. Because it's basically that bad. It's
Yeah.
depression in a video.
Yes, they're just poorly written,
Poorly written, and it's
bad acting.
bad act. It's basically like a Lifetime movie
Yeah, and they're all like
But
these
for-
short after-school specials.
that are very basic information that's stuff that you should know
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
Like when you go up to somebody that's like if you go up to somebody with a disability, like just don't make fun of them.
Yeah, don't be a dickhead.
Yeah, like if that person talks funny, like don't make fun of the way they talk.
Yeah,
It's super easy.
yeah, don't beat your kids. Like shit like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, like don't hit your kids. Oh yeah, if you see a guy and he's wearing an eye patch and he said he was in the war, like don't make fun of his eye. Like it's really simple.
It's very, very easy
Yeah,
stuff.
pretty straightforward.
Cut and dry.
Pretty
Yeah,
cut and dry. You know.
So, but yeah, those videos are terrible. But we need to become inspirational speakers.
What do you think our lane is?
First of all,
What drugs did we recover from?
okay.
I think I want to do crack.
Okay.
Right?
Doesn't fit your demo, but all right.
You're right. Wait, what fits straight white man?
Meth.
Coke? Meth. Yeah.
Meth. You weren't you.
So
you didn't grow up with enough money for coke.
I gotta bust out my teeth.
Not being-
I gotta lose some teeth.
but then get like veneers.
Veneers. Yep.
Like these big, like bright white.
So my teeth look like big.
They're
and
way,
bright. Yeah.
way too perfect. Like your
Yeah.
teeth are way too perfect.
And it's just like I learned, and like it changes the way I speak because they're so tightly
big.
wound into my face.
But then you also got to get on like testosterone, so you got to get all muscly.
Oh, TRT, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
I am
You
all.
get muscly.
I'm
as
about
fuck.
it. I'm gonna do that for show.
Yep, you got to get all muscly, and then you have to talk about how
Veiny.
you like.
Do we get
you know,
tattoos? I gotta get tattoos.
You'll get
Maybe like
one.
one.
You'll have one, but it's like one that you don't tell anybody about.
Okay. Like
And
on my
you'll tell
ass.
everybody that you got it, like it was a mistake. You were high, because now you're giving your life to Christ.
So is it gonna be a cross then?
No, the tattoo's not a cross.
Okay,
It's gonna be one that
A
like
smiley
you'll
face
never-
that's winking. Like,
It'll probably be just like "I love you, mom" or some shit like that.
yeah, something
Anyway,
basic.
or like Tara, some girl you had a fling with in South Beach.
Sarah.
Yeah, some girl names end with an ah.
Yeah.
Just yeah,
It's Myrtle Beach, circa 2010.
yeah.
Sarah.
Sarah. Yeah.
Yeah, we made love at the beach for hours.
Never seen her again. She's probably dead. So
Heroin
so
or meth, whatever
your-
we're doing.
Your backstory is you grew up in a rough neighborhood. Parents, you're kind of there already. Dad wasn't really around.
Dude, you don't have to be fucking so on the nose about it.
Listen, I'm just saying this is like 90%.
Shit, I have to do meth. You're right. You're
Yeah.
right. I'll do it. I'll do it when I get home.
Yeah. So then you grew up in a rough neighborhood.
I live really close to the bad part of town. I'll get some meth.
Yeah.
It'll be simple.
Anyway, you grew up in a really rough part of town. Okay. From there, you fell into the wrong crowd when you were in like junior high school.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
You know, because it was cool. You got into some trouble as a kid. Somehow you kind of persevered, managed to go away to college, but got kicked out because you got into a fight.
Okay.
From there, you worked some dead-end jobs, but weren't really amounting to much until you ended up in a plot to rob a bank or a drug dealer. Pick one.
Bank sounds more exciting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rob a bank.
I'm gonna rob a bank. Yeah.
You were gonna be the wheelman. You were gonna be the getaway driver.
Always. It's
Okay.
always the getaway driver.
You're gonna be the getaway driver. So they
always
get in the car.
bridesmaid, never the bride.
They get in the car. This is your car. It's registered to you. You guys manage to get away, but then you get caught a couple days later driving the car. So you get pulled over.
Get ID'd. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
You go to jail. Okay. You're in jail for a little bit, but then you meet some guys that introduce you to Jesus. You turn your life around. You get involved in your local church. You start speaking. You meet your wife. Her name is Erica.
Another A.
Yep.
Another
Erica's also damaged. But through the power of Jesus, you guys are able to come together. you have 2.5 kids, and you go on this like speaking engagement tour where you talk about like how you were able to turn your life around and how if you can do it, anybody can do it. You sell books.
Yep. What's the book called? It's like,
The book has a white background
of course.
off the rip, and it's a picture of you standing there. We'll call it Against All Odds. That's the name of the book.
That's so generic, though. There's been
they're
so
all
many,
generic.
but so many books have been called Against All Odds. So it's got to be something like Greener Pastures.
Okay. And it's a picture of you on the book, though, and you're wearing the typical like Long Island dad outfit.
Okay.
So it's like the button-down shirt with like the cuff like the cuff rolled up to show the under detail.
Mm-hmm. I already know you're. Oh, believe me, I know that outfit.
Yep.
I grew up in that outfit.
Oh yeah. And then you're like smiling really hard. Your teeth are so fucking white and straight.
It gets to the point where we've taken
Straighter and whiter than Mike Pence.
my teeth are so straight and white. I almost drank it. Yeah, for sure. Like my family is like basically those people, where they're just like I can imagine that photo shoot for that book cover, and it's just like a Sears catalog background, and you're just like squeezing every inch of happiness into your smile.
Yep.
And then after every break, you have to go and look down and go over to catering and just like grab a quick bite to eat. And people go up to you and ask you questions, and it's like, I'm trying to fucking smile here. Like you just get so angry.
So yeah, we need
you just squeeze all of the happiness out of your body.
Oh yeah,
because you
right into
sold
that
yourself
picture.
to the actual devil because you're
Yeah.
like, I thought my life was just a struggle, and then I realized that I am the struggle.
Offer speaking engagements. This is what you do now. You're an inspirational speaker.
That's the speaking tour. It's called I Am the Struggle.
Yeah, I Am the Struggle. That's the book too. I Am the Struggle.
Perfect. I dig that.
But I
yeah.
feel like I Am the Struggle though has a more darker tone to it. Like
I know,
somehow
but I was
you're like
fucking
more
doing
of a,
meth. I mean, that's pretty bad.
yeah.
Like I Am the Struggle sounds like a
But there's no uplifting part. to I Am
paraplegic
the
football
Struggle.
player.
No, but there's got to be an uplifting part. Like I Am the Struggle is not necessarily uplifting. I Am the Struggle is like
The darkest before the dawn.
Is like I've internalized my demons.
Yeah.
And now I like do a lot of push-ups. Like
It has.
you're not Jocko Willink here. You're
It's true. I'm not Jocko Willing.
Yeah.
I gotta think of it. So like, it can't be like
we do Darkest Before Dawn.
The Darkest Before Dawn. That sounds like a Christopher Nolan movie, though. Like it's gotta be. It's gotta
Batman, Darkness Before
the
Dawn.
darkest. The night is always darkest before the dawn. Something. It's got to be super generic and super like Greener Pastures.
Okay.
It's got to be like Sunny Days Are Ahead. Ooh.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Sunny Days Are Ahead.
Yep.
That's too like funeral card
That's
ish.
true. Yep.
We need one. We need
Rainstorms and Rainbows. No, that's
Rainstorms and Rainbows.
No. Yeah. Yeah. God, this is a tough one.
Pressure Makes Diamonds.
That's a good. Yeah, Pressure Makes Diamonds is good.
Pressure Makes Diamonds.
That one also feels like a football player, though.
Yeah, it could
Just
be.
like my life as a middle linebacker in the NFL.
Yeah. After being raised by a single mother.
By a single mother and doing crack.
Yeah, and then finding Jesus.
and then-
Like it's all of that's the thing though about all these it's all the same
Struggle,
story.
drugs, Jesus. Like,
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
the epitome of that
Struggle,
book.
drugs, Jesus. That's all of it. And I always
That's
wondered
the
like
book.
where's that
What if
Struggle,
what if
drugs,
we just,
Jesus.
What if we just came up with the most literal title of the book, and that actually hit the everyman? And it's just the everyman that's just like, why don't you just and tell me instead of saying it's instead of peeing on me and telling me it's raining, why don't you just tell me about the book? It's just like, how about we just call it Struggle, Drugs, Jesus?
Okay. So the book is called Struggle, Drugs, Jesus. That's the whole
The book is called
Struggle,
Drugs,
Jesus. You got to write that down.
I am ready.
Struggle, Drugs, Jesus.
Yeah,
I like it.
I do too. Struggle, Drugs, Jesus. Wow. Whew. I mean, but that is the
God family football.
Struggle Drugs Jesus is the God family football because I mean, I'm the living embodiment of Struggle Drugs Jesus because my family has hit so many of those different levels. Once we got to Jesus, sometimes we went back to the drugs, but we tried.
Back.
You always circle back.
Everyone's family has struggled drugs and Jesus.
Listen, you ever done heroin?
No, I haven't.
Neither have I because I like it too much. We've talked.
Oh yeah, it'd be too fun.
That's our problem. Is that it's not that I think that heroin is dangerous. I think it's just gonna be so much fun.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That's why
struggle drugs. Jesus, I like it.
I do too.
I like it. This is.
In fact, I'm gonna write this book.
Yeah. Please do.
Yeah.
It has to be extremely like interracial. You've got interracial. It's got. It's got to be extremely
inspirational.
Not interracial.
I love that's where your head's at.
Yeah.
You're just like, I just want to be so inspirational.
Blacked.com. Yeah. Interracial HD. So it's got to be extremely inspirational.
How much porn did you watch before this?
Actually, none.
What if we made a porno called Struggle Drugs Jesus?
Struggle Drugs Jesus.
Struggle Jugs Jesus. That would be
Struggle Jugs Jesus.
The Triple X parody of based on the book Struggle Drugs Jesus. I think God, that's awesome. I think that's that might be the name of my first comedy hour. Struggle
Drugs Jesus. Okay.
Hope nobody's don't steal that. No.
Struggle Drugs Jesus. I like it. I'm in it. 100%.
I'm gonna write this book.
The thing about that's what I never understood though about the inspirational speaker. They all have pretty much the same story where there's some bad struggle in life.
Yep. They did drugs.
Found copious amounts of drugs.
Yep. Found Jesus.
And then they found Jesus. All of them. And then somehow through finding Jesus, they managed to become an inspirational speaker.
Yep. So why don't we call the book like SDJ?
SDJ?
Yeah. So it needs an acronym.
Okay.
Because I feel like because people love shortened terms, they love acronyms nowadays. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So when you're on this book tour, you kind of adapt the SDJ lifestyle.
Mm-hmm. I'm just wondering, what is my story specifically?
Okay, so you want to start with your struggle. So I feel like your struggle was you grew up in a small town. Okay. Like Iowa.
Okay.
Midwest, Midwest USA, Nebraska, Iowa. You worked on the farm. Okay. You did mill work. 10 cents an hour. Very, middle America, hard-nosed work. Okay. Your father was an alcoholic. Your mother was the only person that would keep you on the right track. You would wake up at night to your father beating your mother after he came home from a tough day at the mill, and then he went down to the
local watering hole,
the local watering hole, which was called like the Rusty Bucket. Okay, and he went to the Rusty Bucket, and he got drunk himself into oblivion, drove home.
Papa wrestled with his demons after coming back from the war.
Yep, Papa wrestled with his demons. He was in Korea, and he had to figure some shit out. And the way he figured it out was by slapping your mom around, and that was his demon.
Charlie's in the bushes.
It's not funny.
It's kind of funny.
It is a little funny, actually. If thought through a different lens.
Your father.
Charlie's in the bushes.
Yeah.
Just pops your mom.
He wakes up in the middle of the night screaming. He can't escape the vision of a 17-year-old Vietnamese boy.
As you're torching his home with a blowtorch.
As he was choking him with his own bare hands. Open his eyes and his fingers are actually wrapped around your mother's neck.
Yeah, well.
Body weight and all. I mean the real choke.
Body weight and all. None of that pussy shit.
No.
None of that stuff you see on Monday nights in wrestling.
No. This is real, like his hands are fully wrapped around her neck and he is pushing down all of his body weight onto her trachea.
Yeah,
and she is just gasping, James. He's, I'm sorry, Susan.
Wakes up in a cold sweat, trying to kill your mother.
Come back to his senses.
His sleepwalking is unknowingly trying to murder your mother, and you walk in on that, and you're just like, Dad. He goes, James Jr., get the hell out of here, and
Fuck out of here, JJ.
And he chases you down the hallway with his Beretta. And he doesn't know why he has a Beretta in his hand. He's like, "What the? How did I get this?" And it's just cold sweat and just danger. Like that's which is also another great name for a book is Cold Sweat and Danger.
It's a new J.K. Rowling
It's a new
novel.
J.K. Rowling. Ooh. Now that one hits on the nose. Cold Sweat and Danger.
Danger.
Actually, Cold Sweat and Danger is actually probably a great name for the Ellen DeGeneres biopic.
Cold Sweat and Danger. It's just a Rolex Daytona with blood on it. That's the cover.
Cold Sweat and Danger. My life as a PA at Ellen.
Yeah. So by the way, through my YouTube rabbit holding and what the algorithm recommends, which is probably how I got to so much red pill content, is because I'd watch a lot of videos about like expensive watches.
That's your problem, though.
It is.
But that's not an overly bro-y thing to do. Like I like looking at the mechanisms.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
me too. But of course you're getting cool. But of course, you see a video and it's like, oh, this is Ellen DeGeneres' watch collection, which, by the way, she has some fucking heat.
Yeah, of course she does.
So it's like, yeah, here's
fucking dude. She's
a fucking trillionaire. Like
she's not only a trillionaire, but she's the OG. Like she's the OG lesbian. So if you're the OG lesbian, you better walk with some king shit. Like,
yeah. So yes, does Ellen DeGeneres have a gold Rolex Daytona? Yeah, she does.
Does she have the biggest dick in the room? Also, yes.
Yeah, she does.
That thing smacks the floor.
Yes.
And yes, does she have a cold demeanor and does she smack around her staff? Mm-hmm. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. And does she subscribe to Struggle, Drugs, and Jesus?
Probably.
Yeah. So,
listen, Dory from Finding Nemo, it was a tough life. Just keep swimming.
Jesus, she's made so much money.
I know.
Ellen has more money than God.
She's made so much money that even after she has berated her staff, gotten dragged through Hollywood, shut up for 4 weeks, she can come back and do her virtual show and just be cool with it.
I'm just thinking, right? So she had that sitcom in the 90s, right?
Yep.
Then she did Finding Nemo after selling out some stand-up tours.
Yeah, no, she legitimately is a funny person.
Absolutely.
Do I know if she's writing her own jokes? I can't say.
I think
she's got a team.
Yeah,
even Kevin Hart's got a team.
Well, yeah.
Once you get that much money, you're just like, I got to be funny. I need help. Like,
yeah. But then she also she did Finding Nemo.
Yep.
Part of a franchise. It made a bajillion dollars.
Made a lot of money. Good movies.
And she has the Ellen Show on TV, which
has been going on for like 10 years now.
I am willing to say that she has probably never even touched the Ellen Show money.
Probably not yet.
She's probably still spending.
She's still got
Finding
endorsement.
Dory money.
Yeah, Finding Nemo, Dory.
She probably hasn't even touched Finding Dory money.
She's got
Finding Nemo money. Is what we about, baby.
About that Disney money.
Blech.
Yeah, Pixar money.
Whoo, Pixar, baby. Yeah. Merchandising, cash.
Yeah. Thanks for that money, you silly lamp. No, she definitely hasn't touched anything. But she had a ton of endorsement money, too. Late 90s, early 2000s. Like, Ellen was like a legit spokesperson. Mm-hmm. Visa. She fucking... Oh, not Visa. American Express.
You're right. She was.
You know?
Wow.
Her and Seinfeld. They were like the OG American Express comedians.
Wow. So she's made money.
I know. And you got Kevin Hart doing fucking Chase commercials. Peasant. Get on American Express.
Oh, man. I have a Chase credit card. Actually, they have
I used to.
Points
good points
system.
programs, low interest rates. Good introductory offers. It's no, I understand it. Like
good credit.
Listen,
credit card.
Listen. You go to the place that butters your bread.
Oh, now, absolutely.
Ellen has had her bread buttered by many a corporation, so she's made decent money. So the fact that anybody is shocked by the fact that she, probably has a couple of young boys chained up in the back in the bullpen, waiting to go, waiting to fire her fifth PA that week.
Yeah,
and she brings in Jonathan, who's an intern from NYU, who's just waiting to make it into the big time. And he's shaking and crying, and she's just like, "My coffee's cold," and she spills it in his face. And he goes, "It's boiling hot." It's still cold.
Cold for this heart.
Yeah.
How many PAs do you think that she's like threatened to rape with her strap on?
This week? or like throughout the years.
Well, we'll just say this week.
Oh, this week?
Like 3.
I would say I can count it on one hand, I think.
Okay.
I'd say could be a cool 5.
Okay.
Maybe one a day.
But yeah, she's definitely like, my dick is bigger than yours, and I keep it in my nightstand.
Yeah.
Today it's in my pants. And then she like opens, then she spreads the legs on like her khakis.
Yeah, her wife is like she was a model, wasn't she?
Portia de Rossi or something like that.
Yeah, look,
Yeah. Look that shit up. But yeah, and then Ellen goes into staff meetings.
If you fuck a woman named Portia,
Yeah.
you better have the biggest dick in the room. Like,
Absolutely. And I think you remember Pinky, the ebony porn star.
I think she have all the tattoos.
No, Pinky didn't have a ton of tattoos. Pinky had a huge ass. But anyway,
Pinky.
She was very well known for her lesbian scenes, where
Yep.
she'd have this huge strap on.
Portia de Rossi.
Yes.
They've been married since 2008. Portia, is it? I think it's, yeah, it is. Portia Lee James DeGeneres, who was born Amanda Lee Rogers. Lame.
Yeah, Portia de Rossi.
Yeah. Known professionally, Portia de Rossi is an Australian-American businesswoman, philanthropist, former model, and actress. I mean, yeah.
You know, I'm a little upset that you don't know who Pinky is. And I feel that you need to do yourself, because
I need to do some research.
as part of this podcast, you are part of Black culture. You need to
I am.
familiarize yourself with ebony erotica of the late 90s and early 2000s.
I'm hopping on the hub right now.
Just type in Pinky,
Going to.
and you'll see a fairly light-skinned woman who's extremely thick with pink hair.
It's just Pinky, right?
Yeah, Pinky. And she is known for...
Is that her with the diesel?
Yes, that is
Okay.
Pinky. Okay. And she's known for her...
I'm fairly familiar with her work, I think.
Yeah. You've probably seen Pinky's work.
Yeah. I'm also very familiar with Shane Diesel's work.
Oh, he's a legend.
I mean, he does work.
Yeah. Shane Diesel does work. WERK.
Yep.
In fact, the name of the video might be Pinky versus Shane Diesel.
It is. Why? Here's the thing. And here's some greasy booties, and And here's Pinky with the strap on.
With the strap on,
okay.
yes. And she is doing work with that strap on.
She is working for what I can only consider to be porn minimum wage.
She is actually really known for.
Was she the OG strap-on artist?
Yes.
Okay.
And that is like the big thing she's known for is her lesbian scenes, because she gets this huge strap on.
She fucks.
Massive strap. I mean, that strap on is probably in Cherokee D ass's like intestines. Like it's
good name drop.
It's tickling. It's tickling her lunch.
Tickling her tough.
Yeah. Like she feels it's shifting her kidneys.
Yeah.
Like
It wants you to hit that dangly thing that swings in the back of her throat.
Yeah. But through the other way.
But through the vagina.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah, that was graphic. I only watched like 5 seconds of it, and
yeah.
That I've never seen a strap-on scene quite like that.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, she was doing gymnastics.
Oh yeah,
she's doing shit Simone Biles won't even try.
Heavy squats.
It's ass on ass. It's amazing how anybody has the flexibility to penetrate a woman while also
or the quadricep strength
that is
to be able to sustain that squat while thrusting. Just watch the squat.
Like I said, I watched the thumbnail and it was good enough for me. I would say that's the one thing I do in erotica nowadays. That's the thing that I admire the most is the core strength and the really the intestinal fortitude of the performer.
Yeah,
to try the things that they do.
Intestinal fortitude.
The intestinal fortitude of the performer to do the things that they do.
Oh yeah,
with no remorse.
None at all.
For anybody in the room, including the cameraman, because I got to tell you, the two most dangerous jobs in porn are the cameraman and the boom mic operator. He has to there are some shots that he has to get, and he's getting sprayed with juices. Fluids. He's got a baby at home that projectile vomits. Doesn't come close to this.
Oh, this is nothing.
No. Basically, it's like, imagine like the Titanic, and then imagine a speedboat hitting the same iceberg.
You think he wears one of those like yellow ponchos?
Of course.
At the
you know what I truly enjoy is like the behind the scenes stuff where it's like a guy who's like really getting deep into it. He's like just eating a donut while he's like shooting the scene.
Yeah. I want to smell these shots.
And he's just like, "Did you get it from that place on Melrose? a good donut, man.
Yeah, man. Randy's, right?
Yeah, Randy's Donuts, real thing.
Hey.
Great.
Yeah. So
I got to tell you, it's the biggest thing that I take away from what I just watched.
okay.
Are the asses. That's one.
Oh, they're huge.
Big, just greasy booties.
Oh yeah.
Just-
yeah. That's what
It looks like they took a dance in Crisco. It's delicious.
normally I find the term ebony
Mm-hmm.
a little offensive, but when it refers to erotica, it's
I know, but like,
what they call it.
but it's porn.
It's
So,
what
like,
it is.
Listen, if you get offended by the spot on depictions of pornography, like, here's the thing. In pornography, they're going to ask some weird shit. They're going to ask some weird shit, and you just have to be okay with it because it's fantasy, but it's over fantasy. It's fantasy that takes it to the next level. It's a girl that's going to an 8-on-1 gangbang going up to a black guy being like, I got a funny question to ask you.
Actually, I do a funny story that relates to the term ebony.
Okay.
I was
Does it
in high
involve
school.
and ivory?
No.
Okay.
Somewhat. I was in high school, and I developed a friendship with a young man who many would have considered a little nerdier at the time.
Is it me?
No, it wasn't you.
Oh,
it wasn't
okay.
you. Anyway,
Oh, I was like, where's the story going?
And one day we're just talking, and as you know, high school boys tend to talk about the ladies. And he says, hey, Gerald, you know, you're black. And I was like, where are you going with this? And he was like, well, how would I talk to, you know, the ebony girls? And then I was pretty much like, well, you know, don't call them ebony girls.
I'm pretty sure
Maybe
I know
you
who
need to
this
slow
is,
down with the
and
porn there.
and it's really making me feel 100 times better about everything.
Okay. We'll talk about it off air.
Okay.
But anyway,
The Ebony Girls.
the ebony girls. And
What
I
is
was
this,
like,
Huck Finn? What the fuck are you
yeah,
saying?
and I was like, well, don't call her ebony. And like, you know,
lost me.
yeah, I was like, don't call her ebony, and maybe slow down with.
Maybe don't call her the colored girl. How do I imagine if just looking at you dead in the eyes and you're just like, how do I speak to the blacks? Like,
Yeah,
it's just like,
I was like, God damn, man, maybe slow down with like the.
maybe stop putting people in categories and treat them like a person.
Yeah, you know, maybe you need to check your Pornhub algorithm.
I was gonna say
But also-
the only reason he said the Ebony Girls is because he watches that type of pornography.
Oh yeah,
Like,
that is 100% a porn driven.
You want to hear a funny story?
Okay.
About why I lost my virginity? Might as well do it.
All right, fine.
We haven't never talked about this.
We've not.
You told me about you've lost your virginity on this podcast. I'm pretty sure.
I have?
I think so.
Probably.
At least some version of it.
Yeah.
I used to derive my stroke when I was 18. I lost my virginity when I was 18.
Okay.
Based on the pornography that I watched.
Didn't we all?
Didn't we all? Didn't we realize that the girl that I lost my virginity to was the same age as me, and she was rearing and ready to go, but yet I still licked my fingers like I was in a fucking porno before I started fingering her?
No, here's the thing, though.
Like, just started...
Because hindsight being 2020, like, she's 18 years old.
Yeah.
And
I licked my fingers like I'm at a fucking Dairy Queen.
you really didn't need to do that. You just did. Because in your mind, you're thinking about Rocco Siffredi.
No, it was, honestly, no. I was in that.
Just spit on it, too?
No, it was like Manuel Ferrara at that
Okay.
point. And he was just
Oh,
like,
God.
where he was just like, you know, going in there and he's just like really going to town, and he's not even speaking English. He's just going, oh, yeah, you like that, yeah, like
This young Nacho Vidal out
Yeah.
here.
young Nacho was an assin. Like he was
my God.
ruining buttholes in 2008. Jesus,
Yeah.
in 2008. I mean
Wait. So tell the story, though,
that
of
was
how you...
It was basically just a lot of like over trying, and it was like I don't need to do anything. I just need to
Didn't
do
we
it.
all?
Yeah, but at
we all?
18.
Yeah.
But like imagine. But when I was doing it, the other girl was just like, "That's hot," and I was just like, "Is it?"
Here,
Now
no,
I feel like
it's
I'm
not.
over lubricating.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, though, is like so we were both born in the year 1990.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of grew up with the internet, we
yeah.
went through puberty with internet porn, and I would say the millennials are the first generation that went through puberty with access to internet porn.
And even at a young age, like
a very young age, yeah.
Did you ever find your dad? I'm assuming your dad had porn in the house. You found it, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I found my dad's porn too.
Okay.
How old were you when you found your dad's porn? Like, were you? I was 10.
I was a little older. I was probably about 12 or 13.
I was 10 when I found it, and it was like that softcore, like naked dancing stuff.
Oh, this was a hardcore DVD.
Okay, so you found a hardcore. So I found
an ebony DVD.
I found a like erotic dancing type of thing. It was basically like the aerobics of porn. Like, it was very dry, and I was like, I think somebody can come to this, but I can't be certain. Like, it was kind of like that. There was a lot of like women in sequin. Like, it was very broad stroke stuff.
Okay.
And it
wasn't.
Yeah, and I got caught. Like, they were just like, how did this pornography end up in the VCR?
Okay.
Must have been the kid.
I never got caught.
Yeah.
Never got caught.
Congrats. It took, after my first try when I got caught, I would never get caught again. Yeah.
Actually, I did get caught, but not in the act. I got caught afterwards. And here's how. So one day my parents because there were parental controls on the computer.
Jeez.
And it would compile a list of
this was like
every
Windows 2000?
Yeah, something like this. So it would compile a list of every blocked website that was tried.
Yeah.
They tried to
I distinctly
access.
remember this. Yes, of course.
Yes. And my list was long.
Had a lot of X's.
Yeah, there were a lot of websites I tried, and
a lot of
I found a
X's,
couple.
a lot of P's. Yeah,
I found a couple that the parental controls didn't pick up. But yeah, but what I do is
would you mind sharing those websites? Because I feel
I'm trying to remember. I think one of them was like, should I just say it? Funberry.com.
Not familiar with that one.
I don't even think it's around anymore.
Why are you pretending like it's a big deal that we talk about
true.
a website in 2020?
Yeah, that's true. Especially as like this particular website. It was like in
should
2000.
I talk about it? Yeah, fucking talk about it.
It was back in like 2003.
Yeah.
Just 17 years ago at this point.
I'm watching actually, here's 2003, because I remember this distinctly. I was at my aunt's house in Philadelphia. I remember this. And we were there during, it was when the Philadelphia Eagles lost the NFC Championship again to the Carolina Panthers that year. Remember that? When the Panthers played the Patriots in the Super Bowl?
Yes, I do.
Yep.
I do.
So Carolina went into Philly, beat Philly again in the NFC Championship game. So I was visiting my aunt's house in Philly with my dad's side of the family. So we stayed at my aunt's house in Philly for the weekend. My aunt had a black box. And the black box had multiple full color, ready to go pornography
The Spice
on the
Channel?
television. Oh yes,
The Spice Channel.
there was no lines, there was no fuzz. This was
Okay.
clear as the night is day.
See,
And
now-
I was 13. And I was like, I'm gonna come on this couch. That is gonna. I'm gonna fuck this. That's basically what went through my head. I was like, I'm 13 and I'm coming on this couch.
Oh my God.
Because I was like, listen, 13. I was just popping boners. I was like, I'm ready to go. So I distinctly remember the porn. Like, that's how you know a man's brain is functioning perfectly. Because I remember the porno distinctly. It was super late, and I knew every creak of the upstairs. I'm flipping the channel, and I already had it ready to go because Sports Center was on the other side.
Okay.
And
was this the first nut you busted?
No.
Okay.
It wasn't the first, but it was the one where it was the first one that I figured out. It was the first one that I knew I had to go into the bathroom to finish off.
Okay.
It wasn't like I can't just be coming to my aunt's couch.
Yeah.
So you had to like
there's too much risk here.
So you had to now you can I would say pop into this one in Google because this is a real porno, and I'm curious if we could just search the 2000 free version of it.
Okay.
The name of the pornography was "Warning: I Fuck on the First Date," and I remember this distinctly because in 2003, when you had the cameraman go up to the girl and she's just like, "Hey, what's your name?" and she's like, "My name is," and it's like Angelica.
My name is Tuffana.
Yeah, my name is Tiffany Presley, and I'm a ball hog. And it's like, all right, Tiffany Presley. And then it's just like, hey, I'm Jenna so-and-so, and I fuck on the first day. Yeah, see? Morning I fucked
Is
my
it
first name.
2003 video? Here
Yeah!
it is.
Yeah!
Here it is. I found it.
That is dangerous. That's
Oh
2 hours
my
worth.
God.
Yeah.
Morning.
Don't you love the music?
Yeah,
This is
it's so
2003.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
You're going to go home and what? It's the full 2.5 hour video.
Jeez, there was so many. There's a lot. All right. You pretty much get the point.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just trying to see if I recognize any of these scenes distinctly. Wow, she is hungry.
Yep.
She is hungry for some ice cream. Yeah. You
I
found
know it's white, but here comes the hot sauce. Shouts out to Cameron.
Shans out to Cameron. Yeah. So that's what I'm dealing with, is that fucking just like pulsating in the background. Bam, 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 bam. Like that's like the porn today is so discreet. It's just like, let's just get to the fucky. Like it's just
Yeah. No, there's no story to it.
yeah.
Or
There's no
anything like that.
Moby
It's
fucking techno going on in the
completely
background.
gonzo.
For sure. Now but I just remember that distinctly.
Okay.
It's just like stuck out in my mind. But like just like days like that where you have to think about it. Like in 2003, I'm sneaking porn to my aunt's house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just amazing.
Yeah, but those are things that made us who we are.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember real sex.
Boys turn to men.
Yeah.
Boys
But
to men.
I think I told the story about having real sex on the picture-in-picture.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you didn't tell it on the podcast. You've told me the story before, though.
Okay, so this is. I remember this is my first time actually firing one off.
Oh, okay.
So I was. This is my first time discharging my firearm. So I'm at my parents' house or whatever, and the way my parents' house is laid out is, you can definitely hear everything going on in the living room.
Your parents have a very open concept in their house.
Yeah. So anyway, from their bedroom you can. So anyway, what I did was I put on something on Animal Planet about like hunting wild pigs or whatever. And in the picture-in-picture, I had on Real Sex on HBO.
So the picture-in-picture on the small picture was the real sex,
The small picture was Real Sex.
and then the big picture was you just trying to learn about pig fucking or whatever it was.
But anyway, it was that one episode of Real Sex where they're like talking about latex. And I remember there's this one part in particular where this woman is about to put on the latex suit and she is greasing up these big old soppy titties.
And you're just like, I don't know what to do with myself.
I unleash on myself while watching. I'm not even touching, I'm just watching. And because I'm so young and impressionable, I unleash on myself like a civil rights hose.
Just
All over my
chest.
Cat in the Hat pajama pants. I promptly turn off the TV and I go upstairs and, wash myself up in the bathroom. And I'm like,
there's mild shame.
I'm a man now.
Yeah.
There's mild shame now, but
I just filled my belly button.
It came out. I'm a man now.
Like a civil rights house.
Yeah. And then once Pandora's box was open.
Yeah, listen, at that age, I mean, what are you going to do, man?
I'm trying to remember. I was
Everybody
probably like
comes.
12 or 13 at the time. So
Yeah.
like somewhere in there. So
See, we were both around the same age.
yeah. That's usually around
Sneaking
the age.
porn at our respective houses that we were at.
Yeah. And that was when it happened.
Yeah.
And me and my penis have been tight ever since.
Yeah. Now we're like this, son.
Yeah, we're in tune with each other, each other's
Your
feelings.
penis made a kid, so I mean, like,
It did. It works.
I mean, you can't get any more tight than that.
yeah,
You know?
it works.
Did we miss anything? I don't know.
Did we not?
I don't know. We touched about a lot of stuff tonight.
I mean,
We
talked about
we're about to go on a book tour with Struggle Drugs Jesus. So
Struggle Jugs Jesus.
Yeah.
We're talking about watching porn in risky situations.
Yeah.
As you, which by the way, you go through such great lengths to come
I still
when
feel,
you're like
I know, but even at
that age.
but now even at 30, like you have to, like, obviously you can, you have women's that you can make love to, make sweet, passionate love to,
marital love too.
marital sex with.
Yeah.
But like there's some euphoria that comes over you when they leave for a little while, and you're just like, I can watch whatever I want.
Every
Like,
now and then, just to
now and then, when
clear out the pipes
on a Saturday or like a middle of the week, they're gone for like 2 hours at night. And you're just like, I gotta find some weird shit. Like you just,
Okay.
I gotta find the weirdest shit. Like,
Here's where we come full circle. The red pillars come back. a lot of them talk about this practice called semen retention.
I've heard of this.
You've heard of semen retention?
I've heard of semen retention.
Okay.
It sounds fake, but it's I think it might be real.
I don't think it is real.
Okay.
I think it's mental.
I think it is too. I just think it just seems so far-fetched.
I think there's part of it that is real, and I think part of it is fake. It's kind of like the hype behind intermittent fasting. We say that intermittent fasting does like so much for you. I think in reality, it's just a way to like
make you more hungry.
Really, just a way to like condense the amount of calories you eat in a day by eliminating a meal.
Yeah.
But anyway, semen retention. They always talk about how it's like this miracle way that if you just don't come, you just don't jerk off. You wait until you actually have sex with your wife or whoever. But it prevents you from wasting so much testosterone. And it makes you hungrier and angrier and more at it. And you'll get more out of your workouts and you'll work harder in life.
I think it's a biological anomaly thing.
Yeah.
I just feel like certain men are just, you're just fertile and ready to go.
So I do think that there are people that are addicted to masturbating. And I think a big part of that is actually procrastination. I don't think it's necessarily...
You mean procrastination.
Exactly. I don't think it's actually addicted to masturbating itself. I think a lot of people are just kind of avoiding things that they really have to do in life by like escaping for a few minutes.
I gotta be honest,
you've jerked off to waste time before.
I fucking still do.
That was like 90% of college for me.
I still do it today, where I'm just like, I have two choices. I can sit on my computer and I can do the work I need to do, or I can take a half hour and please myself. The 30 minutes pleasing myself sounds way better than raking leaves. Like,
one of these is going to feel better.
Yeah.
Right now.
Do I want to go outside and mow my lawn, or do I want to stick a finger in my ass?
I
might explore my butthole. Yeah. Like, it's just...
I'm a modern man.
I'm a modern man. You know what? She's going to be gone for a little while. Maybe I'll put it on the big TV. Like, it's just...
I got a Chromecast and a dream.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, that the negotiations you have within your own head, it's just like, okay, she's going to be gone. She's leaving at 7. She'll be gone until 9. Do I have enough time to masturbate in the living room? Like, that's just...
I don't want to make this too awkward.
I don't make this too awkward. I got the big bay window, and people might see inside, but fuck it. It's just...
my house.
Listen, there's some mornings where I'm just like, listen, I got a full erection. Just balls full of cum. They got something's got to happen.
You got any cum in those balls?
Yeah, something's got to happen. I'm either doing one of two things. I'm making myself breakfast, or I'm jerking off. What am I doing?
Got to keep intermittent fasting, so we're jerking off today.
We're jerking off first. We're mowing the lawn, then we're eating at 11 o'clock.
I did say that I was going to be better about moisturizing, and well, this is lotion, and this is my penis, so... hey.
The smoothest part of my body is my own cock and balls.
Yeah. Not a... The rest of my body looks 63, but my penis looks 14.
Jesus Christ, John, what happened to you? Your skin looks as ashy as a 60-year-old, but your penis is 25.
Penis is
Jergens.
25.
Yeah. I have a Jergens penis and a fucking Mike Pence body, so...
Right. But but the thing about semen retention, though, I do think that maybe some dudes do have that problem with
they could
jerking off, but even then, I don't think it's an actual.
I still think even in myself, like I find myself definitely wanting to jerk off more than doing certain tasks.
Oh yeah, but even then,
I feel like that's every guy.
But even then, it only.
I think that's every semen wielding man is like.
But I feel like it only really reaches that level of compulsion if like you've crossed into land where like you're sitting in Wendy's, you just finished eating in the parking lot of Wendy's, and now you just have this need to masturbate in the Wendy's park. That's
never
when it becomes
gotten
an
to
issue.
that point. Now, that's not to say that I've.
Where you got to drop like if
not
you
in the Wendy's parking lot, but
now,
that's not to say I haven't had a thought like I should probably go somewhere and finish this off real quick. Like, maybe go to my house like a person, like just
But if you have the need to
aimlessly jerk off in a Wendy's parking lot, you're the problem.
Yeah. That's when I'm like, okay, this dude has a problem. But if that's not your problem, then you don't have a an addiction to masturbating.
Perfect. I was going to bring it up with my therapist this week, so this is good. I'm glad we did this earlier.
Yeah. So you're not addicted to masturbating. Maybe it's procrastinating that's your issue. Maybe.
Maybe I just like procrastinating. Yeah.
Maybe. Cool. Procrastinating can be fun.
It really can. Would you rather rake leaves or jerk off?
Yeah. So is semen retention but also the thing is, what are you retaining cum for? It's going to die anyway.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's literally there. Listen.
Yeah.
Your balls are boiling water, all right? And
also the amount you ejaculate does not, because this is an old athletes thing where they would tell boxers like 48 hours before a fight, you can't come. You can't come or whatever.
Yeah, you need to keep that the libido up.
Yeah, but then they did some studies and they found that
was complete horseshit.
It's complete horseshit.
They want you to come like 24 hours before a fight.
Yeah, well, they found though that like your testosterone levels are not really affected by how much
you come.
Because this is sperm that you've already produced. So in a way, like it's in your body, but it's not in your body anymore. Like it's not really contributing to your testosterone levels in a way.
True.
If anything, they do want you to come before a fight so you'll be a little more relaxed.
Yeah,
that's about it. But it has nothing to do with your testosterone levels.
True that. Yeah.
So
just imagine not coming before a fight and then just taking a Floyd Mayweather right hook. Just like, I wish I came first.
I should have came before this. God damn it.
At least it would have felt good, you know. Now I can't. Now I lost all my family memories. Yeah. Thanks, Floyd. Like.
Oh, man, I got CTE now.
Great.
Oh, shucks.
Now I'm not going to see my baby grow up. Thanks, Floyd.
Thanks, Floyd.
Yeah. All right. This has been another arousing rendition of the Wine Boys podcast. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be in Albany at the Madison Theater. I believe the Madison Theater parking lot because we're doing things socially distant. Come on out. It's going to be a good show, some great comics that are going to be on that stage or whatever the fuck it is. I'm pretty sure it's just going to be a tent with a microphone. So, comedy. Comedy in 2020, a microphone and a dream. That's all you need.
Yep.
So, I might wear, I don't know, I might wear a pool vest just in case.
I think you should wear a high-vis vest.
Maybe I will.
Like, direct traffic before the show. And you get on here just like, hey, whoever's the owner.
Yeah, whoever's the owner of the '09 Civic? Your car's about to get towed. So
6 people run to the parking lot.
Everyone, it's like it's a good starting joke. Of course, everybody's got a fucking Civic here. Mm-hmm. All right, boys, we'll see you next week, and thank you for enjoying our presence in your ear holes. And we'll talk to you next week. Bye.
I love you. Please call me back.